Hello everyone. This space is finally cleared up from getting plants and seedlings growing up for the garden, and I can get it back to being a hydroponic setup. This is one of my trays. You can see it's I don't know, 5 inches tall. It holds 5 gallons of water, so I know to put in enough fertilizer for 5 gallons. The stuff that I've been using is Maxi Grow. It's a 10-5-14, and I'll put the amount in there for 5 gallons. It says 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon, so I'll put 6 or 7 in, split the difference. Now the pH right now is 8.2. We have very, very soft water, and the pH drops like a rock. So one of my other ingredients that I need is, I use Root Farm right now, pH Balance Up. My pH within a week or so of getting this going will be down into 5s, which is just not healthy for the plants. Then, because I want more nutrients in it than just, you know, the NPK, I'll put some of this General Hydroponics algae stuff in it. It's got lots of trace minerals and whatnot. And once again, I'll be using little pieces of my aquarium filters to wedge the plants in. And then this is yogurt cups, plastic yogurt cups with a hole cut in the bottom. Yes, there's lots of other ways to do this, but my way, this is leftover from yogurt. This is some stuff I already have. These containers were 2 for $11.98 at the Monster Box store. I cut the top out. Let me show you what that looks like. This will grow 6. Here's a spot for my air line. Now I've tried half a dozen different kinds of lettuces, and what I've found, because as you can see, as you look here, I've only got about 6 inches of clear space, so I can't do, like when I do romaine, they look great, but they grow right up into the light and burn. I've been growing a couple of kinds of other lettuces, and these are starts of Butter Crunch, and they make a pretty wide plant and stay pretty low. I start these in a little soil blocker. You've seen these things. That way you can start 20 plants in about the size of a deck of playing cards. And I've got them in here with a lot of water because I want them to get really, really waterlogged in there, so they'll be easier to get the dirt off. So I'm going to set this up and start showing you what all we're going to do to get this going. So we're going to start here by getting the fertilizer into the water. Comes with a little dual scoop. Tablespoon, teaspoon, the small scoop. This is 1 to 2 per gallon, so there's 1, 2, I'm going to do super heapers, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll give us the difference between 1 and 2 per gallon, 5 gallons of water. And I'm going to stir up my seaweed extract, squirt some of that in. So I've got that going. The pH up I won't need for about a week. So now we're down to, see where my air line is. Okay, we'll get the air line going in here. Put our lid on. Get the air line in. And then we will start making up our little containers here. So I got some water here for washing the dirt off with. And I'm going to reach in here. You can see these have really grown. So I've got plenty of roots here to work with. The only difficulty is going to be getting them separated. So really could have done this earlier, but I had to wait till I could get the other plants out. So I had some way to get this going. Now, the way these will work, I don't really know whether I should care about getting every last little drop of dirt off or not. I don't. I weave the root through. Put in a little piece of sponge. Lead it over to the other side with my finger. Put in the other piece of sponge. And then I'm going to slide it way back there into that back one. Okay, on to the next one. Wash as much dirt off as I can. Feed the root system through. Little piece of sponge on one side. Try and be consistent on how deep you do these, because you don't want the roots down in there too. You don't want the water submerged into the stem. You'll end up with it rotting. I only say that because I've been there, done that more than once. Really probably should have done these a week ago, because these are really packed. But a week ago it was full of pepper plants, so I didn't really have room. So, put the next one in. And there's another one, the root's hanging out. In it goes. Now the growing time for these to harvest, going in at this stage, is only like 3 weeks. So the turnover is really, really quick. I'm going to pour this extra water off. Pick the little plants back up. And they'll happily sit there until I'm ready with the next 6. So that's all it takes to do it. And there's me 6 butter crunch lettuce set up hydroponics under a dual shop light setup. Now I'll try and make time to be sure I can show you how they're doing as they're growing. So hydroponics is pretty simple indoors, and it doesn't have to be expensive. If you have any comments or positive things to say of how I can improve all this without spending a lot of money, please put it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching.